An American Pickle, guys. Let's get right to it. Stay tuned. Action. What's going on, guys? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is our review, guys, of American Pickle Review, ladies and gentlemen, where an immigrant worker works at a pickle factory, comes all the way to America, Brooklyn, and gets frozen 100 years later.
Preserved.
Yeah.
Gets preserved in pickle brine.
Who would have thought of this idea?
Wakes up in the present times.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get right to it, guys. Hope you're ready for this review. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that cat lady Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. You bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Let's get right to it, guys. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Hit it. Hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get right to it, man. So American Pickle tells a story of an immigrant worker that's played by Seth Rogen, who gets to, meet his 100 years later, gets to meet his great-grandson, who is also Seth Rogen. I mean, who would have thought of this idea, right? It just, when we first saw this trailer to this movie, I was just like, okay.
Interesting,
yeah. Interesting, very different. I would say like, whoa, like Seth Rogen, wow, like, okay, so right off the bat when the end credits started showing, I was just like, wow, like I have a new standard for Seth Rogen, if that makes any sense.
So
like,
when you initially saw the trailer, we all know Seth Rogen humor. It's pretty much a
Pineapple
brand.
Express. This is we know all
super
them.
Specific.
Yeah.
When you first saw the trailer for this one, did you think it was going to be his humor?
To be honest, I really thought I was going to see more comedy than I got. I mean, like I said, but after we got done watching it, I was just like, how many jokes did we get? Maybe 10, not even? Like, I was just very astonished and very shocked. I was just like,
I really
wow.
liked the amount of jokes. It is definitely less.
Yeah.
It's definitely
a lot less
take than his usual repertoire. But I think given the plot and the story and the way it went, I think it really worked to have the less jokes, to focus more on the drama.
Yeah.
I really like that. And you get to see like a different side of him. I mean, we usually see him as like the super bad, kind of funny, knocked up kind of thing. But we get to see him in a different light, and I can really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I love the good. It's I would say it's a good opening when we get out the bat, where it shows the vintage look of it, and it's very. I mean, I would say it's a very sets the mood kind of feel, and it really does really do good work when it comes down to it. Yeah. And also Seth Rogen comes into this. When we first see them interact, Seth Rogen against Seth Rogen in a persona kind of in a weird kind of way. When we see them first interact, it's like not even awkward or peculiar, because obviously we know it's them, but sometimes it comes to that point to where like, okay, all right, I'm getting tired of seeing both of them. Like, it just, all right, you're like, it's one of those things to where like, wow, he gets kind of lost in this character, and we kind of get that in a sense. And we're not gonna mention any spoilers, so be sure to check it out, HBO Max. But it get into a sense to where like, wow, like who are you really rooting for in a sense to where like they're both trying to find each other's identity, they're both trying to help each other become who they want to be, and it's just one of those things to where like, wow, like it's a good, I would say family, because obviously it's 100-year difference, but they're family.
Yeah, but they are family, so they're, it's kind of a little strange. I think they had mentioned it once. They are the same age.
Yeah, they are the same age.
So Herschel Greenbaum, who is the older one, who was preserved in pickle brine, meets his great-grandson, Ben. Yeah. So it's kind of funny that they're the same age, but yet they act so differently. Like, we get to see the different culture,
different
eras, how they interact, the way of thinking. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, I felt that it was very fast paced, very fast paced when it comes to the setup. But then again, the movie's not about the setup. It's actually about them together.
And I feel like we got what we needed.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't want to have seen more of the setup, because it just would have dragged. I think if I had seen more of how his life was before, it would have made the movie so much more longer, and I would have been probably lost.
Yeah, see, and the runtime for this movie is perfect. I mean, I think an hour and 30 minutes, that's a perfect. I think that's a perfect screen time, perfect run time. And I was just like, wow. Like, in a sense, though, I am just astonished. I'm still kind of, I mean, obviously it wasn't like groundbreaking work by Seth Rogen, but it was just like, wow. Like, I thought this guy was like, just every 2 minutes a joke, from Neighbors, from Neighbors 2, like Sausage Party. Like, it's just, you always get that over the top jokester, and that's what he is. That's what people love about him, is that Pineapple Express. I love him in Knocked Up. God bless, I love him in Knocked Up. Super bad. It just is it? No, he's not in Super Bad.
He's the cop.
That's right. Oh my god. I almost had a brain fart. Oh my god. Yeah, of course. Why is he? Of course, Mick. But yeah, so I just. It's one of those things to where, like, you really cherish this moment, because it's like, wow, I actually hold him to a different standard now. We actually see the drama road that actually comes out of his character. I love both characters. It makes you care for both of them. It really does. That you're rooting for both of them to succeed as a family, as a whole, and come together in the very end of this film. It's very, yeah.
And I gotta add to that, I really liked the twists.
Yeah,
I personally I could see, like, certain movies kind of have like the same general timeline, and while you kind of get a sense of how it's going to happen in the end. Yeah, things happen and I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that at all, and I really like that. That gave me that kept me interested.
Yeah, and here's the thing, it keeps you going, and you don't. We didn't catch this unless, there's no way you can catch it. It's in a sense to where, unless you watch spoilers, there's just no way. I don't think there is a way, because I was just like, okay, what's gonna happen? With every movie, I'm just like, okay, this is gonna happen. 85% of the time, it's usually right, but this case, it wasn't.
It was nice surprise, nice twist. A couple different areas of the movie.
And it has the the ambition to do great things, and that's what I got. That's one of the messages we kind of got in here, little hidden gems here, just like, believe in yourself, doesn't matter what era you're in, wink wink. But all right, guys, I would say, was this the film that we needed? At a time like this, in the pandemic, hopefully everyone's staying safe once again with COVID-19. I just, I think it's a time to just take your mind off things. I would say it's a really good movie. Just take your mind off things, and to really cherish family members and all that stuff.
I agree with you. It's a nice way to entertain your time, if you're staying home, social distancing, but also I really like you touched on it, the message, like, it really involves family, because they are family in here, and even though they're generations apart, it's still family. Still be with each other, even though families don't get along all the time,
obviously
you're still there for them. They're still blood. So I really like the message, and also you just want to believe in yourself. I like that too. So I liked overall. I think, yes, this is something we deserved because of all those messages. And
a lot of the times, they mention at the very end of this film, is that you kind of misinterpret what that other family member is thinking or their intentions are. We all misinterpret, we all miss things, and so just have faith in one another. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I'm pretty sure I said this already, but two different sides of Seth Rogen. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. Completely different. Way different outcome, like we already said, way different outcome than I thought of. And also, I would say there's a film that does a lot better on the dramatic side and not so much on the laughs. So when they focus so much more on the drama side, we actually see something there. We see something.
Story. We see character development.
Huge character development by both people.
So it's not just the resting on the jokes to pass by.
I guess you could say just Seth Rogen himself, character development, but double.
Two characters. So I really liked it. I can agree with you on that. I liked how it focused a little bit more on the drama side. It is humorous. There are plenty of comedy moments, but it does focus more.
It's not that many, though. It's only like less than 10.
But I feel like that makes it so much more natural,
and I would say make it more enjoyable.
Make it more enjoyable. It's not like in your face. Okay, they're just inserting it just to be funny.
Because Seth Rogen's always been like that, and not to say that those movies work for them. Pineapple Express, we can name. This Is the End. Like, that movie was just obnoxious, and it was just over the top, but that's the movies he's done. And to see him do something totally different tone, we actually see some story there. We actually see some character development. We actually see some, not just laughs 24/7 with this guy. I'm just like, dang, okay,
yeah,
sounds good.
He did
come on back.
Pretty good job.
Yeah, come on back to HBO Max. Let's do another movie, Seth. I mean, hopefully Seth Rogen gets to do another movie like this, or something similar with HBO, or just another HBO movie in general with HBO Max. But yeah, I'll say this as well. This is definitely the movie we deserved right at this moment, right?
I would think so, yes. I definitely like how the message was and how it was executed.
Most definitely.
I really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. You know, when I first saw the trailer, I didn't get it from the trailer, but knowing Seth Rogen humor, I was like, okay, another Seth Rogen movie. That's kind of same type of humor. I'm hoping it's not overboard. I'm not into. And
that's what I thought it was going to be. Even though, which I was saying too, I was all like, hey, it's not going to be over the top jokes, but it's going to be a lot of jokes, I bet, like jokes every other like conversation. But no, we didn't get that at all, which I was happy of the product. That in the very end, I was very happy of this film.
Yeah, I liked how he's trying to like do something a little bit different than what I guess more of his classic films are. And I think that it paid off.
Yeah,
it was done really well.
I think he learned a lot from this movie. I'll say that. I feel like he did, and you see that in the film as well. All right, ratings 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. What are you gonna give this, Angela?
Me personally, I enjoyed watching it. It kept me interested. Like, I know when movies I get bored, I kind of go on my phone, get distracted. But actually, it was pretty engaging.
Which she always does at home, but yeah.
Yes, always, not in the theaters, always at home. I would say, with how he did his performance, the way it went, like an 8, in my personal opinion. I think it's deserving.
You know, it's funny. I was just about to say that, an 8. I'm gonna say a solid 8 as well. It just, it's a really good film to watch, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to give it a shot and just watch it, man. If you don't have HBO Max, this is the reason to get it.
It's such a crazy, ridiculous plot. A guy gets preserved in pickle brine. It makes no absolute ridiculous sense. Yeah, it makes no sense. But
there's no science. If you're looking for the science around here, you're not gonna get it. It's so funny
because there's a scene where it's like the scientist explains, and it's logical, but they don't
yes, it is.
really explain it, which I kind of like because we don't need to know that stuff. We just need to know he's here. What happens now? But it's just so
doesn't
crazy.
Focus on that.
Yeah. So I liked it. Was out there, and they took a risk, and it worked, and it was acting was very done well. I really liked the story. It was done well.
All right, guys. Alamo City Movie Talk does recommend this movie, guys. Be sure to check it out at subscription at a videos on or HBO Max subscription. Which weird. Now everything's its own streaming exclusive now. It's weird. We get Mulan coming out Disney Plus exclusive now. Now we have everything's just exclusive. It's not going to be called videos on demand, which we've been doing recently. It's just going to become Disney Plus on demand, Netflix on demand, or it's just gonna be one of those things like Netflix only, Disney Plus only, HBO Max only.
It's so crazy.
Shudder. Nonstop.
I want to say maybe when Netflix used to be DVD rentals, and you would just
you can rent games too.
Yeah, you can rent games too, and you would just get it in the mail. Because I remember my brother would get Netflix rentals in the mail, and now look where we've come.
A very, very, very long way. Not 100 years, but a very long way. All right, guys. If you haven't already, once again, be sure to hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. Give us a thumbs up our review, guys. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680, and my most beautiful wife.
Oh, thank you. I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Once again, guys, you know what to do. Thank you. Have a good one.